Discover 10 of the cutest puppies we've ever seen. Cuteness is something that's totally subjective, but when you've looked at as many pet photos as we have, you become somewhat of an expert in adorableness. That being said, we would never try to determine which dog breeds are the cutest. They are all cute for different reasons. But we do trust ourselves to choose the cutest puppy breeds. Lucy, the Golden Retriever. Golden Retrievers are known for their super sweet and friendly personalities, but they love to have jobs, too. They were bred as working dogs, after all. Their gentle demeanors combined with their serious work ethics make Golden Retrievers the perfect pooches for hunting, rescue, and therapy jobs. That's why you'll often see Goldens at search and rescue sites, or visiting patients in hospitals. ROSWELL, the miniature DAPPLE Dachshund. What's a DAPPLE Dachshund, you say? A DAPPLE Dachshund has the same ancestry, personality, and overall appearance as a standard dachshund, but generally has a single-colored coat with spots. Even if the doggie only has one spot on her entire body, she's still considered a DAPPLE Dachshund. Carlos, the Boxer. Boxers have some pretty interesting origins. It's believed that they're descendants from a now extinct breed of dog called Bullenbeißers, which translates to bull biters in German. That sounds pretty tough, although their ancestors are dogs that were trained to hunt large game. Think boar and bears. Over time, Boxers were bred to be a smaller size, so they could be better utilized for cattle work. Eva, the Chihuahua. From starring in commercials for our favorite fast food restaurant to hanging out in Paris Hilton's purses, Chihuahuas have had their fair share of fame. But these tiny doggies aren't just glitz and glam, they've got some serious brains, too. In fact, in terms of brain-to-body size ratio, Chihuahua's brains are bigger than any other dog's. TAAVI, the Australian Shepherd. There are a few basic physical features that make up a dog: 4 paws, 2 ears, and 1 tail. But when it comes to some Australian Shepherds, you can take the tail off the list. Many don't have a tail at all. Back in the day, it was common for shepherds to dock their dogs' tails, so they wouldn't get in the way when they were herding. Over time, the tail was partially bred out of Australian Shepherds. Today, you'll find about 1 in 5 Aussies are born with a naturally docked tail. BEBOP, the Corgi. There's no doubt about it, Corgis are seriously beloved dogs. Just ask the Queen of England, countless celebrities, and the entirety of the internet how much they love these short-statured doggies. It turns out, the elves and fairies of ancient Wales loved corgis, too. According to Welsh legend, they were used to pull fairy coaches, herd fairy cattle, and even carry warriors into battle. Some say you can still see the marks from a fairy saddle in the colors of a corgi's coat. LOLA, the Pekingese Beagle. Pekingese beagles, also known as beagles, are the adorable result of breeding a beagle and a Pekingese. And there's a lot more to these dogs than just their cute looks. They're incredibly smart and easy to train, as long as the trainer is patient and consistent with the beagle pup. Rosie, the Pit Bull. Pit bulls are, perhaps, some of the most misunderstood doggies out there, and the misconceptions begin with their breed. Pit Bull isn't a breed at all, rather, it's a synonym used to describe several breeds of dogs, including American Pit Bull Terriers, American Staffordshire Terriers, and other dogs with similar appearances. COALTON, the Husky. Huskies are well known for their ability to run for hours on end. They were originally bred to pull sleds across the frozen lands of Siberia, after all. But here's something many people don't know and scientists don't quite understand: Huskies can sprint for hours without food, and without tapping into their body's glycogen, carbohydrates, or fat stores. They accomplish this caloric miracle by regulating their metabolisms for performance. CHIHUAHUA, the Australian Labradoodle. Back in the day, Labradoodles were simply a mix of Labrador Retrievers and Poodles. But in the 1980s, Tegan Park and Rutland Manor, the original breeders of today's Australian Labradoodles, started adding a few other breeds of dog into the mix, like the Irish Water Spaniel and American and English Cocker Spaniels. These days, many Australian Labradoodles can trace their ancestry to 6 different breeds.